On a parts run this morning because I had an airbag blowout on my semi-trailer just before we took a load of honey into Winnipeg for delivery. So I put a little bit of a stagnant nature onto the day because then I had to go run and find this bloody part. Running back through, stopped in one of my yards and I was just hefting some of these pallets to see how heavy these colonies are. They've only received one pail so far. It's absolutely surprised me. There's a mild flow, it just seems to be lingering, and I'm not complaining. This is absolutely fantastic. Just I hefted a few of these pallets, I'm like, ooh, that might be light. So I quickly ate lunch, hopped in the syrup truck, come down here. I'm going to dig into a few colonies and assess the food stores. And I'm actually going to feed this yard while I'm down here to see where everything is at right now. Let's see what we got. Don't have my tripod. Don't have my smoker. Don't have my hive tool. There's got to be a hive tool in that truck. So there's weight here, so there's flow. Oh, there's the queen. This is one of my BC queens. This is a Jacob Ackerman queen. The nest is doing fantastic. So I'll try not to drop this damn thing. So I have stored open syrup or nectar, probably nectar I'm assuming. Cap brood, surrounded with, what do we have here? Open larvae. It looks really good. And this side, eggs and open larvae. These guys are still developing. Open nectar. This is a pretty healthy looking frame. Let me see what else is in here. I'm not going to dig too deep, but I'll dig into another colony just to have a comparison. This is a nice weight to this frame because it's right full of brood. It's a full frame of brood. This side too, as is the next one. So there's open food stores all the way around that brood nest. So as far as I'm going to go into this colony, these guys are good. I'm going to give them a pail of feed anyways, just because we're getting to that point of time. And we're going to start this next round anytime now. I have Carrie and the crew dedicated in the honey house right now. I've pulled some of the staff out to the harvest field to give my kids some combine time. So we're running a little bit thin. And I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I just feel like I'm running in circles. So I think I'm going to start to feed the second round this afternoon. Unless they need help in the harvest field. But they'll let me know. They always do. Okay, so let's dig into another one. This one is this is also another Jacob Ackerman. Second patty is almost devoured. Tempted to give him another one right now, and I should actually. So let me dig down into this nest. Boy, this colony put me in a really good mood. That just looked absolutely spectacular. We have some brood. It's going to be emerging coming into September here. And we have development of nests still. There's some years that things have gone so dry and so sparse that even with my best attempts, the bird nest is complete. This year is a good fall. Yeah, so they have food stores here. We have capped brood surrounded by some pollen and eggs. Capped brood, pollen, eggs. Nothing open though. No open feed in this one. Could be anywhere. Okay, we have a little bit of open syrup around the outside edges. We have a smattering of syrup within the nest. I see capped brood, emerging brood. I don't see any eggs on that one. Well, this whole side is either eggs or just freshly developed larvae. Ooh, that looks nice. I'm gonna go one more. Queen's got some spirit in her yet. I should be putting another patty down. I'm just getting tired of spending money. But after this spring, I'm telling you, it is sure refreshing to actually see well-developed nests that aren't struggling. This is a whole frame of larvae. Eggs on this side. Almost like she's giving up some space there. Fresh open syrup or nectar around the outside. Now let's dig into one more frame. This one could be a little bit hungry. What do we have here? Yeah, there's space being given up here. We have emerging brood. We have a frame rimmed with open feed. Whoa, this is a nice frame. So this side has young capped brood and mature larvae. This frame's heavy because of brood. And I'm thinking the next frame's probably much the same. I haven't seen her yet. I'll assume she's in the other frames. Okay, so what I'm going to do is follow through with another gallon of syrup. And then I'm thinking probably after Labor Day, we'll start really bulking them up. Right now they're still wanting to develop, so there's no use shutting that down. Let's give them a little bit of time. I still recognize these nests right now. A lot of times this time of year, the nests start becoming foreign to me because they stop developing and they start, preparing that winter cluster, the broodless state. And it's hard to read the function of the nest as you're going into that state. And I hate it. So then I stay the heck away from the nest that time. But a nest like this, I can still see what's going on. I can still recognize what's going on. I just love going down and watching them do what they can do. I've done everything I can do, except I got to make sure I don't starve them out by being too busy other places and not paying attention to their food stores, especially this time of year. But everything else has been done.